Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about the biggest reasons that you're not seeing the fitness and fat loss results that you want. And we're just going to dive right into the number one reason. Okay, so the biggest thing I see holding people back from improving their fitness or losing weight is lack of consistency, right? So you wouldn't expect to learn Spanish if you just looked at some vocabulary words every now and again. Same thing with getting stronger. You can't expect to do it if you just work out every once in a while. Same thing with fat loss. Can't expect to lose any significant amount of weight unless you're taking consistent action on improving your diet, right? So how to get around this is to watch out for what's called shiny object syndrome. This is when you start a diet or workout plan and things are going really well at first, you're super motivated, you're seeing progress and that motivates you even more, but then the brakes slam and you hit this plateau. It doesn't seem to be working anymore. So you start to think, maybe this isn't the right thing to do, it's not working, and you hear about some amazing diet or an amazing workout plan that your coworker or your next door neighbor is on, whatever, and you're like, maybe I should try that. You jump to that next shiny object until it stops working, and then you look for the next shiny object, right? And all this program hopping isn't doing you any favors. It's leading to the lack of consistency, which is the number one killer of your results. So the only way to get stronger, leaner, to build more muscle, to lose fat, or increase your endurance, or any other fitness goal you might have for yourself is to pick something and to stick with it, right? Avoid those shiny objects. The second roadblock I see that keeps people from getting the results they want is constant search for complex and complicated solutions when you should be keeping it simple instead. Now, I get it. This fitness thing is hard, right? It's really hard to get into a routine of going to the gym. It's really hard to get into a routine of cooking and preparing healthy food for yourself. So, when you're struggling with these things, it kind of makes sense that a hard problem requires a complicated solution. And that's just not the case, right? It's not how it plays out in real life. Complexity actually makes it harder to get and stay consistent, which leads back into the first thing I was talking about, program hopping and lack of consistency, right? Which, as you know, that's the number one reason that people get stuck with their fitness goals. So what can you do to avoid this roadblock? Keep it simple. Focus on major compound movements, squats, lunges, hip hinging like deadlifts, upper body pushes and pulls, some ab work in there, like simple basic stuff, and get really, really good at it and really, really strong at it. Same with nutrition. Focus on the basics. Don't worry about meal timing or intermittent fasting or keto or whatever. Just make sure you're feeding yourself the right amount of nutritious foods, focusing on plants, fruits, veggies, lean protein sources, right? Moving on, the third reason you're struggling with your fitness goals actually follows from the first two, right? And that is choosing unsustainable tactics to lose weight. It's like thinking that you can trick your body into fat loss, and that's just not possible, right? Plus, the faster you lose weight, the more likely you are to gain it back, leading to that vicious yo-yo dieting cycle that most of us are all too familiar with. So, how to avoid unsustainable tactics? All right, here's a question I like to ask myself and to have my clients ask themselves when they're thinking about making a change to their fitness routine or to their nutrition, which is this something I think I can sustain for 6 months or a year or 2 years or 5 years? And if the answer to that question is anything less than a confident hell yes, you don't want to do it. It's not for you, right? Picking unsustainable plans doesn't work, right? You're not going to be able to stick to it, and you're not going to be able to maintain your results, which is really the end goal of any exercise or diet plan, right? You want to be able to maintain those results, even to expand on those results in the future. So pick something that you can sustain for a long period of time, years even. Cool. So this fourth roadblock, I'm going to focus mainly on fat loss, right? And that is that when people are trying to lose weight, they rely too heavily on exercise and not enough on lifestyle changes. Fact of the matter is, you cannot out-exercise a bad diet. I know, it's cliche, but it's 100% true. And you gotta have a bigger picture view of this, right? So even if you're burning off 300 calories in an hour-long workout or whatever, most fitness trackers are wildly inaccurate and overestimate your calorie burn. Secondly, you would have burned calories just by kind of being alive for that hour, so you're not actually increasing your daily energy expenditure by 300 calories. It's whatever you would have burned, 300 calories minus that equals your net expenditure, right? So if you're relying on a fitness tracker to tell you how many calories you burned, it's probably way less than you think. And a workout is maybe 30 to 60 minutes of your day. What are you doing with the other 23 hours of your day? That could be completely undoing everything that you think you're accomplishing in the gym. So we got to focus on lifestyle. Take 1,000 foot, 3,000 foot view, whatever. How high do airplanes fly? You want to look at your lifestyle in a larger picture, which is to say, we're going to look at things like getting enough sleep, managing stress, keeping that cortisol down, that stress hormone, so that your body can lose fat, build muscle, and all those things that you want to do with your training. Make sure you're making consistently healthy choices in the kitchen, staying hydrated, getting sunlight and fresh air, having positive social interactions, all kinds of stuff that goes into this, guys. It's not just about exercise, right? So you've got to take a longer view. All right, that brings us to the last reason why people struggle with their weight and with their fitness. It's lack of support and guidance, right? So kind of like we talked about earlier, you might try a workout program and it works for a while and then it stops, so you program hop and hop and hop and hop, never seeing the results you want. Now, don't you think it would be helpful to have an expert design a program that takes into account where you are today and exactly where you want to be 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? Heck yeah. And what about having someone to keep you on track with that plan so that you overcome the first obstacle of lack of consistency? Yeah, that'd be kind of awesome too, right? All of this will build your confidence that you're doing the right things to get where you want to go. So, that leads me to my big announcement, which I'm super excited about. During quarantine and over the past couple of months of COVID, I've been working on a fully online training program that's designed to get you in the best shape of your life. No hour-long workouts or living in the gym or your basement or your garage or wherever it is you're working out these days. No crash dieting, no giving up carbs, no giving up your favorite foods at all. Just a simple training plan and nutrition approach that's customized to you with the coaching and support you need to follow through on that plan and get leaner, stronger, and more badass. So, the program launches next week, but right now I'm looking for 5 people to help me test it out. Actually, I already have one person in the group and she's kind of got a jump start. So thinking maybe 4 or 5 more people in there, keep it a nice, small, tight-knit group. If this is something that you're interested in and you think might help you get consistent, avoid unsustainable fixes to your fitness or fat loss problems, go ahead and comment interested on this video and I can message you with more details, tell you how to get started if you're a good fit for the program.